Hi everybody, McBeard here. It's Monster Truck Monday, so what better time to go through a detailed guide about the monster deck that I've been using to do a pretty substantial climb up the ladder. I'm back on the leaderboard and I'm ranked pretty highly in North America, for what that's worth, friends. I think it's worth a lot. Go North America. So this is my monsters consume list that I've tightened over the last few days, and I know that there have been some lists very similar to this floating around, but I do believe that through the tweaking of the gold and silver options and actually some of the bronzes as well, this really feels like this is my version. Basically, consume monsters my way. Let's check out the deck. All right, folks, here's the Vran meal plan. Really solid bronze core, 3 Vran warriors, 3 Ekimara, 3 Arrakis, and 3 Arrakis behemoths, with special cards being 2 First Lights and Lacerate, and that rounds off your 15 bronze cards. Silver cards are Old Spear Tip, Cleaver, Grave Hag, Operator, Alzur's Double Cross, and Giant Toad. Notable, I don't run Crones. Finally, the gold cards, Ciri, Geralt Igni, Avalok, and Caretaker, with Gels as the leader. So generally, how does this deck work? This deck works by pushing a lot of power in round 1 with a lot of combo potential and huge tempo swing cards. One of the reasons why I don't run Crones is because I feel like there are some cards in this deck that can provide huge power swings by themselves, and they only take up 1 slot each. So while you can't play them round 1, which is where I think Crones are probably their strongest, round 1, turn 1 even, these cards require a little bit more decision making, but therein lies your opening plays and why your bronze core is so important to your opening plays. So generally, the way it starts off is you want to play Operator as soon as you can, so you can copy an Arrakis Behemoth, which is likely not very useful for your opponent unless it's the mirror, in which case I would even still consider it because it's so important for you to have 2 in hand. They would only necessarily have 1, even if they can make use of it. So you'd copy over the Arrakis Behemoth with the Operator, who would come down as an 8 or an 11 because of Alzur's Double Cross. Your next move is then play the Vran next to the Operator as he prepares to eat. This is the Vran meal plan after all. And in round 3, you place the Arrakis Behemoth, and in the transition between your turn and your opponent's turn, the Vran will eat the Operator. The Arrakis Behemoth will spit out a small Arrakis, and then it'll muster out the rest of the Arrakis from your deck. This is your ideal round. It's about 33 points or so when it all comes together, depending on, of course, it's variable by the strength of the Operator based on pings or by however you got the Operator out. At this point, you are probably ahead or you're very close. The goal of round 1, usually in my situation, is play Gels liberally, get very far ahead, not so far ahead that your opponent passes, although it's fine. You can be happy to take the round because you have cards like Ciri and Avalok. But if you feel like the round is getting out of control but you're not done yet, you should be playing Avalok and you should be playing Ciri in round 1. Ultimately, if you are ahead and you have played Ciri and your opponent continues to play and you are still ahead after that play, it is a very easy pass for you. They will either continue to play into your lead, by which giving you Ciri back, or they will stop right there, but they already spent the extra card anyway. The options aren't quite as appealing if you are moving first in round 1, but Avalok can remedy that by kind of switching the move priority around. So those 2 cards, Avalok and Ciri, will find you getting ahead and allowing you some very favorable positions to push your opponent very hard in round 2 when you don't have to win it, or bleed your opponent out of cards in round 2 by continuing to put up immense strength, and this deck does that. So when you set up that Vran Arrakis combo with the Behemoth, you're basically generating a constant all-you-can-eat buffet for the Vran, as it will continue to eat the Arrakis that the Arrakis Behemoth is spitting out. So that will continuously provide you with strength on your board without you having to do anything. So there are some situations where you can pass and your opponent has to account for possibly 2 or 3 Arrakis spitting out the smaller baby Arrakis every 2 turns. And you get a lot of forfeits with this deck sometimes. These days, I find that the wins are a bit tighter as I am getting higher and higher on the leaderboard with this deck. And sometimes control is very difficult. Lacerates hurt because they deny your Vran the meals from the baby Arrakis. and locks can hurt, although Cleaver can be used defensively. I tend to use it offensively because there's not that many locks out there. And sometimes players will wait for you to play a card like Cleaver, perhaps bait your lock out before they lock. It happens, but when your Vran gets locked, your Vran gets denied meals, or your Arrakis Behemoth gets locked, sometimes you have to limp out of round one, and it's not as easy to recover or control the rest of the game. But if you're able to build your engine and get Ciri on the board and just kind of pass with a very large lead, sometimes with a card lead, it puts you in a very favorable position to win the game. If you're holding Gravehag, your last card is very strong, and the longer rounds 1 and 2 are, the more likely Gravehag will be a monster when it touches down. So there is that. Other cards are used here. So Geralt Igni, the original version of this deck had Kayran in it, and I think Kayran is a good card. It can protect your high strength units from Villain Trettenmirth or Scorches or Ignis as well if you are worried about that. However, I found that generally I was using Kayran for strength plays, where Geralt Igni is it's much better to be offensive with a card like Igni. You can make a case for either, and I think they both would work. But since I'm not playing a card like Necker, I feel like overall the amount of consumes are entirely dependent on how many Arrakis Behemoth are on the siege row, and otherwise aren't that important. So I felt like Kayran facilitating extra instances of consume, it didn't really feel as strong as it could. And I think that Geralt Igni is providing more value to the deck overall, especially against some of these aggressive matchups that we're seeing with some of the ways the top decks can actually get large units onto the board that are very igniable. For Scoia'tael, this is probably more often to be a Hawker Smuggler situation. Maybe they have the hardest time to reach Igni value unless you can get a flipped over Sapper in your sights. For Skellige, the Axemen and the Bears, those are pretty tasty targets as well. In the mirror, there are lots of large units, Giant Ekamara or perhaps Giant Vrans as well. Very easy picks for Igni. Against Northern Realms, with the way Baron and Dandelion are very popular right now, and in some cases unpromoted Siege Towers if you're playing against Henselt rather than full test, Igni can usually find something there as well. Finally, against Nilfgaard, the Emperor Brigades, especially if they have used a combat engineer to give them resilience, those are magnets for Geralt Igni. So I think Igni always finds a home here. Kayran sometimes struggled to find a home here. The gameplay that I have is using Geralt Igni in the deck. So you should check this deck out. There's a full guide I have provided below. I provided a fair amount of description over some of the things that you'll run into when playing this deck, some considerations that grow over time as you kind of see every permutation of your hand and your opponent's hand, and like the various board states, things that may come up, and of course card combos and some replacements as well. If you really wanted to run the Crones, I don't blame you. They're very strong. I would suggest cutting out the Operator Alzur's Double Cross, and in that case perhaps cutting out Giant Toad, maybe to make room for the Crones. It's tough. I like Giant Toad when he eats Ekamara. It feels pretty good because Ekamara sometimes you don't need to play all three. You don't necessarily want all three, so it's a very good cycle card. But I mean, I like this silver setup here. Another alternative is instead of running 3 Vrans and 3 Ekamara, you actually cut them to 2 each and you put in 2 Ghouls for that guaranteed on-consume play where you don't need something on the board. I personally don't like playing with Ghouls because in a deck like this, it's not often that you'll get full value for that Ghoul. In round 3, your Ghoul is removing something from the graveyard, which isn't synergistic with Gravehag, and I know it's just a point, and usually when you're playing Gravehag you're not winning by just a point, but it's just a piece of the deck that I felt like could go, and it actually makes for some very interesting decisions later on when you have to make hard decisions like if I find something to lock with Cleaver, I will do it because I need a body on the board for my Ekamara to eat that isn't an Arrakis Behemoth or a Vran. Which is another reason why it's okay to sometimes have an Arrakis in your hand, because it ensures that you can put something on the range row for Vran to eat. Sometimes Vran has to eat an Arrakis Behemoth itself. Sometimes an Ekamara has to eat that. The Toad is usually a meal as well. There aren't a lot of stray meals for the consume cards. I think that I'm going to test with Ghouls. At the moment, this deck's been working very well, so I'm hesitant to change it. Check out the footage. Hope you enjoy it. My game is a game against a Scoia'tael deck, which I'm sure a lot of people would like to see that matchup, as Scoia'tael is popular and frustrating. So you will see this deck versus Scoia'tael. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and follow if that is true, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Fry hard, try hard. We tried hard that game. We didn't get it. Didn't get it. Last rate shouldn't be changed. Last rate should punish. This deck needs a weakness. I'm surprised the spear tip is the same, though.
There will be no negotiation.
Ah, Scoia'tael, my old friend. I'm not level 50 yet? Oh, I gotta get that level 50. This hand is fine. No, hold on. Oh, well now it's really good. Don't really know what I want to toad, though. That's the thing. Don't know what I want to toad, but maybe that will come to light when I have a look. Got a split, Varnation. Great to see you, my friend. Take care. I need a squish at a mode? I don't think I need that. I think I've been probably the least vocal about it. I think that I hate losing to this garbage. Believe me, I just hate losing to it. It feels like garbage when I lose to it, so I call it garbage. Kairos98, thanks for the follow. But I have also beaten this garbage, so it's okay.
You blind, greedy fool.
In fact, my win rate against Scoia'tael is 100% with this deck. I've only lost once to Dagon and once to that Skellige player.
Onward, Fryhead!
Fryheads unite. 2 buffs. That's 2 buffs. How's Scoia'tael going to remove this? Scorches.
Fryhead Sparley!
Not scared. Johnny Barry, thanks so much for the follow. Thanks. It's Friday today. We are fry hard, try hard, playing ranked with a deck that has done very well for us this week.
Onward, Fryhead!
Is that 4 now? Or that's 3? He played it, then he BMC'd it, then he played... It's 3. 3. So Sapper is now 20 somewhere in the world. Me, I don't care. Soon as I'll post this like right away though. I play Avalok actually right now.
You will see it. Dream.
Akamara's good. Alzur's double cross is interesting.
I respect nothing human.
Captain Flex 8. Captain Flex. Thank you for the follow, my friend. We're gonna do some toad action here. This is where I pass, I think. But I want to just play, like, all my cards. I just never want to pass on this guy. What MMR rank is this? I'm like 4170 something.
The storm is coming.
Actually,
Let's enjoy
Monsters
the weather
Consume are
while
as good as ST. Yeah, I think Monster Consume is really good. I think they're really, really good. How many cards unchanged? Spear Tip, Gels, Herald? Yeah. Herald was changed. And Gels was changed. I mean, yes. I think I know what Viral is getting at. Viral's talking about like cards that didn't have a cap put on. Seems like a pretty good Gigny to me. I don't think he's interested in winning this round, to be honest, but he might be. He might be. Scoia'tael tends to want to do that. I'm just trying to think of any, like, where's the situation? Where do I get value? If I can't get ahead on cards, how can I Igni him? Maybe this is the best Igni I can hope to get. I Igni pass. I think that's totally fine.
Any last words?
I just have to be scared of every face down card. Because he has now 4 buffs on it. I kind of lost track if it's 4. If they change whole row cards, they should change all of them in one sweep. Nope, they should not do that. I think it's fine that Lacerate stayed the way it was.
None shall tread on us.
Certain stuff should be punished. Like, I'm weak to Lacerate right now, and I think that that's fine. I should be weak to Lacerate. Although I imagine they'd probably cap it at 5 cards if they were going to cap it. Maybe even 7. $61 to $25 with a card up. And that occurring as well. Oh, Karen, that's what I took out. Yeah, right, Karen.
Everything all right?
Karen could have made the difference in the last round, though. But I got a lot of value out of Igni there. Some dead-ass cards right there.
I shall not fail.
Is he just going for it? I like my odds if he is. This guy's so defiant. I love it. All right. Just 28 more points to go, man. Saskia helps him quite a bit. Saskia's huge, actually. If you get Saskia out, what is that? 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 21, 2, 3. It's still not enough. Saskia's still not enough. On a board like this. This dude right now. How does he win? That's still not enough. It wasn't even my keep. Plus, I used his Scorch. That's an important card. It's an important card to see. Although he did kill the card that would have kept me in that round after that. That's a lot of cards down, I gotta say, folks. Even I'm not that rage mode guy. Rage mode. You pass on me? You must be pretty confident in that card he buffed. This is why you don't Avalock if you're trying to take the round? Why? So I don't end up 11 cards up to 7? Do I have a problem with that? I got that Ericus back with the Caretaker. I think that's a fine play. Actually. Dude must have gotten the try-hard memo. Hey, it is try-hard, fry-hard. That's what we do. We try so very hard. Alright, well, now I don't know. That was stupid of me. Classic McBee, Classic McBee. 31 value Scorch. Nature's Gift. I kind of want to keep the Ericus, so I'll play this now. Oh, well. That makes this round a little bit better. Okay. Let's go all the way back to the beginning here. He played 1 Vriad Dragoon, 2 Vriad Dragoons, 3 Vriad Dragoons, 4 Vriad Dragoons with the rally on this. This is 4. He played 4. So 4 on an 8 strength. I beat him. Was it 4 or 5? Oh shit, no, it was 5, wasn't it? It was 5. It was 5. It's okay. It's okay to do this. I have so many cards. I have so many cards. It's actually fine to do this for 17.
Your vet will guide us.
Still fine. Still fine. Still fine. Still fine. Still fine. Oh, it wouldn't turn. I guess that's the other thing. It wouldn't have turned, would it? If I just passed. You're right. You're right, Reddit. You're right. Am I upset being a card up with this? It's gonna be a long round. Bamboozled. I did get bamboozled. I did get bamboozled. Just Diggled, thanks for the host, my friend. Thanks for yesterday, too. I don't know if you're even here, but my alert didn't go off and I missed it. An hour passed. I've lost to Trivial and like weird stuff before, and I am paranoid. Cleaver, where are you? God, that sucks. That sucks. I do have 2 consumes. I may be missing K-Ran now. Maybe. I feel bad about that last round. I could have 2 cards up now. Gravehag isn't bad, though. There's a lot of units. You can't see it. There's 20 in my graveyard if you can't see it. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see that. 20. Yawn. Spear Tip's just going to be like whatever, right? It's going to be Bork, I think, probably. Villain Tretmirth, probably. That operator play puts me 5 Ericus? Yeah, it does. It does. There's usually always Ericus out there in this deck, which is why I like it. But if he has like Villain Tretmirth, I lose like every game.
Drink this, you'll feel better.
It's for Scorch. I still have nothing to really do here. He's gonna Nature's Gift Scorch, perhaps? Yeah, Saskia. Saskia for no value on his side of the board? It's Shiro. Well, no, it can't be Shiro, because he played a card. You just played Manticore. It's Ida Amin, right? So I just get Ida'd right now. But if I don't play this, he doesn't ever get the strength for it. But I have to play it because I can't play Gravehag now. He probably has a solution for it. So it's Ida then. Oh, it's not even Ida. What the hell is it? Kieran and what? Teruvial? Nothing's flipping. What the hell's going on? Fireball trap on Hag? Oh my god, it could be. In which case, he has to beat me right now. Which he does. So I lose to Fireball trap. This is going to be such a disgusting loss. Show me it.
Legend 1.
Blue Mango. You know it, buddy. Season starts up soon. Greybox, your Pittsburgh Pirates are playing exhibition games in Montreal right now. 42-17. If you didn't see it, a lot of people ask what the MMR is right now. It's a GG. That was Scoia'tael. That was some Scoia'tael stuff, and I misplayed. I think we all can agree that that was a misplay round 2. I could have saved myself a card.